Hello, friends, and welcome to another video lesson from DBO Stars. If you haven't subscribed yet, please click subscribe and click the bell so that you can be notified of new uploads. This video is in the playlist called Linux Tutorial, and here we'll be learning about the VI delete commands, which we have been covering in the past, most recent videos that I've been making. Okay, so let's just clear the screen for now and open up a file that I have. Okay. Okay, before that, let me just exit this thing and I'll just paste in here some of the commands that we'll be learning. In Linux, there are actually a lot of deletion commands or delete commands under VI, and it is a lot, and it's not a good idea to learn all of them at once in one go in one session or even a few days because it's really a lot. More than 10, could be 20. So many variations of those things. So it's just the way it is to how it began, how the VI began from those very early days and evolved. Okay, so what we're going to cover here are the most commonly used VI deletion commands. Okay, so with these commands, you're good to go. You don't need to worry about not knowing this and that. You can, on your own free time, on your own um, free will, if you will. But we'll be focusing on these that you are looking at. And the fourth one, there's just a variation of the DD. So very quickly, we have to the left is the command itself, and to the right is what it does. So the lowercase x, what it does, it deletes one character at a time. DD, lowercase, is doing a deletion of one line at a time. And DW deletes one word. I'll show you how it works once we're there. And the last one is just a variation of the DD. So DD is delete a line. And if you want to expand that functionality, then you can use a number right before the DD. So let's just say 2DD means delete two lines from the current. So, and so on. 3DD, 5DD deletes five lines. Okay. So you'll see these commands in action. Now let's get on with the file I was going to open. Okay, again, if you remember, once we enter a file using the VI command, we are in what's called command mode. So there are three modes: command mode, insert mode, and last line mode. We're in command mode. And with that, meaning you cannot yet enter any text by typing. It will be interpreted by Linux, especially by VI, as being a command because you're in command mode. So right now you don't see your where your cursor is, then you can move your arrow key left or right just to see where it is, and then just to see where you are, get your bearings right, and now you want to go into deletion. Okay, so we're in this video specifically to learn about the deletion or delete commands within VI, which is the text editor of Linux. Okay, so the first one, if you remember, was the lowercase x, which is to delete a single character. Okay, so let's just say we're here. Okay, let's just go here. So if I press, you see the word chimed, and look at the position of the character, so you can see how the deletion works. Okay, so I'll press lowercase x, and it deleted the character to my right, right? Okay, and when I say deleting a single character, the character includes spaces, just like this one, you see? It's deleting the characters that we see, as well as a space, which is something invisible. So that's the command is lowercase x, which is for deletion of a single character. Okay, so we can go and to some other part of the file. Okay, and then the next command, if you remember, is dd, which is for deletion of a line, a single line. So we're at this line. It doesn't matter at which position I am, as long as you're in that line. Linux will understand very clearly that you want to delete the whole line, from the first character to the last of that current line. So I'm here, you can see my cursor. I'm in command mode, so I can just type dd and it will do a line delete. Okay? So it always deletes the current line. So if I go here where the word now is, then I will delete that. Okay? And again, if you remember, there was a variation of this one, which is to precede the dd command with a number, just to specify the number of lines you wanted to delete. So let's just say I want to delete 7 lines, or maybe 5 lines. I can say 5dd, 5dd. Okay, so it deleted 5 lines. You don't see it because it's a very quick action, but that's what it does. And finally, we're gonna be learning how to delete a word. Okay, so this is something else. When deleting a word, let's just say, look at this. The word is shall. If I type dw, it will delete the word. If I now we're at the word use, if I type dw, it will delete the word, right? But it only works that way if your cursor is at the very beginning of the word. Look at this. If I move the cursor somewhere not at the beginning of the word, practice, but I am not to the left of the letter P and do a DW, what it does is it will delete from the current position all the way to the end of the word, just like that. You see? It didn't really delete the whole word like I wanted it to happen. What it does is it deletes from the current character position, cursor, to the end of the word, including the space, any space after that word. Okay, so if I look at this one, it will delete THE and then the space. See, DW. Okay, so that's not what we wanted. So if you want to do a proper deletion of the word, then you have to go to the beginning of the word. If this is the word I want to delete, the word these, then I should position myself at the beginning of the word and then do a DW. Okay, same thing with this. Same thing with this. Notice that it deletes the current word, including any spaces after that. Okay, handy. Look at this. Okay, see. So in this short video, we've covered a couple of, in fact, the most commonly used deletion commands in VI, which are the lowercase x for deletion of a single character. Okay, dd, which for deletion of one or more lines. If you want multiple lines, you have to precede the command with the number, like 3dd, 11dd, and dw for deleting a single word. But remember that you have to be positioned right at the beginning of the word so that the dw will work as expected. Otherwise, it will only delete from the current cursor or character position all the way to the end of the word, including any spaces after that word. Okay? Okay, so thank you for watching and listening. If you haven't subscribed yet, please click subscribe and click the bell. And I'll be seeing you in the next video.